And we're live. I don't know why every single month we have technical difficulty trying to get this live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our full moon ritual. Very excited because this is not only the full moon, this is a full moon that's a blue moon. So I know it's kind of kicked my arse the last few days. I've got my goddess Rachel here, and she was going to come on camera, but she decided maybe next time. My other goddesses were not able to make it tonight, so we're just doing this all live for the most part. And welcome to any of you who are watching now. Welcome to those of you who are watching later. I am so happy that you're joining me tonight. So let's talk for a few minutes about the full moon. We always go over this when we get together because for anyone that doesn't work with the full moon on a regular basis, you know, you might not understand why it's significant and why, what benefit it would have in your life to work with the phases and the cycles of the moon. So we know that the moon changes in a 28-day cycle from full, and then it starts waning. It goes into its crescent stage, all the way into the new moon stage, and then it starts waxing again, getting bigger and bigger until it grows full again. It takes 28 days to go to that cycle. Tonight is the blue moon because this is the second cycle where the moon is in Aquarius in a row. So last month, the moon was in Aquarius as well. And this doesn't happen very often, maybe once or twice a year, maybe. And so that saying once in a blue moon is significant tonight. And we're going to kind of work with that and use that idea of, you know, once in a blue moon is when something seems just like impossible to happen. So we are going to take that idea and we're going to harness the energies of the moon and the blue moon tonight and really create something in our lives that we want to bring into manifestation that might seem impossible, might seem like it's really, really out there, a wild idea. Okay, but we're going to let ourselves like be a little bit wild with our idea tonight. So I am so thirsty. I'm going to be drinking my water all night. What you're going to need for tonight, you don't have to have anything. If you don't have these tools, it's okay. You can still join in. Don't worry about it. If you have a piece of paper and a pen, that would be great. And if you have a favorite crystal, go grab that. But what we are going to be using, the biggest thing we're going to be using is our spell tea. So if you got the ritual kit, you got the blue moon tea, and we'll talk about this when we start doing our spell. If you have a candle, go ahead and bring that out because you'll want to have a candle for yourself to light with your intention. This is our candle we're using tonight. This is a hand-rolled beeswax candle. It's got butterfly pea flowers on it, pyrite crystals, and glass corn kernels, because tonight we're also honoring Corn Mother Goddess. We'll talk a little about her as well. She is prominent as the mother goddess and the fertility goddess in most Native American traditions. If you have an anointing oil, even if you just want to use like an olive oil, you know, that's perfectly fine too. So we're going to be using our blue moon anointing oil as well as our blue moon water. This smells like heaven itself. I love this one so much. I was playing with it so much as soon as I made it that look, I'm like at 2/3 of the bottle left. So I made myself put it away until tonight. And I missed it. I kept wanting to sneak it back out. I was like, no, I need to save it for my ritual. Okay, so those are the tools we're going to be working with. If you have similar items, go grab them now. If you don't have any items, totally okay. You can still follow along and be in this energy tonight. So more about the full moon. In Aquarius, that energy of Aquarius, we talked about this last month because the moon was in Aquarius as well last month. But Aquarius is all about new ideas, new opportunities. It's about the collective. It's a very communal energy. It's that I am my brother's keeper type energy, which is very beautiful. And so that's where the moon is. And the sun is still in Leo. So we're working with a lot of opposition here because Leo, where Aquarius is all about the collective and the whole, Leo is all about the self. It's a very, how am I seen in the world? What are my needs? What do I need to do and accomplish here on this earth in my time, in my lifetime? Whereas Aquarius would be more, what can I do to help the collective in my lifetime, you know? So where we're going to be seeing that play out in our own personal lives would be like in the balance between home and career, or even in relationships. What does my partner need? What will benefit this relationship, as opposed to what do I need? What's going to benefit me, you know? Or those are the two really big ones right now, relationship and home. But you could see that anywhere in your life. This idea of like two opposites, and one is not better than the other. One's not bad, one's not good. It's working with and trying to get to a balance between the two opposites, right? Like trying to create the balance in the scales, which is very interesting because we are working ourselves up to Mabon, which is the fall equinox, autumn equinox. And that's when the moon and the sun hold equal time in the sky, equal rulership in the sky. And that is when ideally you should come to a real balance within the masculine and feminine nature within yourself. Okay. So if you look at like everything has a masculine and a feminine nature within it, including ourselves. And that doesn't mean like masculine man, feminine woman. It's literally just the energy, those two energies coming together. And like, let's say with home, right? Home and family, there's a very, let's just look at moms, okay? Because that's going to be easy for me to portray to you and relate to. So today I have two teenage boys still at home, and one is a brand new teenager. And I'm like making sure he's not around because he will hate this if I'm sharing this story. But he's 13, and he's taking a little extra time getting ready for, going out and going to things. So we had a big family dinner today. One of my brothers and his children came into town. It was really fun. But to get there was a bit of an ordeal because, I kept knocking on his door. Hey, we've got to go. We were supposed to be there 5 minutes ago. I know, Mom, I know. And just like getting ready, taking forever. So I had it. We were making everyone else late to have their dinner. They were all waiting for us. And so I get in the car with my older son and I call my younger son. My older son's like, what are you doing? I called him and I said, what are you doing? He goes, I'm getting on my shoes. I go, okay, good, because you're going to walk there. So it's only like 3 blocks. But I literally left and let him just walk down there. And I felt like the meanest mom ever, and it was okay. He ended up taking this electric scooter and he like had a good time. But that's like a more like masculine approach, which I normally don't do at all. I'm very much like the more feminine, nurturing, like, ooh, schmoopsie poopsie mommy, you're my baby. And so when I go into that masculine role, it like freaks them out. My older son was in the car. He's like, Mom, you're terrifying me. I go, what? I'm not even yelling. I'm not mad. I'm just saying like, we needed to go. So, but it's about finding the balance within like every single aspect of your life, because every aspect has its feminine nature and its masculine nature, and like, you don't necessarily like say with that story I just told you, you don't have to go into only like I overly go into the feminine nature a lot with my mothering techniques. And then to make up for it, I'll have to once in a while go way into the masculine, but I need to find a more of a balance so that I'm not having to like oscillate between the two. Does that make any sense? Like to you, Rachel? You get what I'm saying? So even with work, with money, with your health, right? Like in every aspect of your life, there's the feminine aspect of it and the masculine aspect, and you want to create a balance. So with this full moon, we are seeing that be brought into light. The full moon brings things into total focus. So I was telling Rachel tonight that as soon as she came over, I go, you know what, this full moon like kicked my, for real, because I made the mistake, not a mistake, but I asked Spirit, like, I want to know what I need to work on in my life, what am I not seeing? Just really show me, give it to me good. I'll take it. And it was hard. So the full moon is really about shining a light on those areas in your life that, if you can't see it, you can't heal it. You don't even know it exists. So you don't know there's something there to work on. So this is the time to do it. Under the full moon, when you start working with the phases, you will find more and more that you will see so many things brought to light to you, and you can do it in a gentle manner. Rachel was saying tonight, she goes, no, the full moon's been fine because I told Spirit long ago, I want it in a very gentle, do not give me any crazy lessons that are going to kick my bum. So yes, you can work with it gently. I'm one who likes to like rip a Band-Aid right off. And then when you go into the new moon part of the cycle, so in 2 weeks, that's when the moon is going to be really dark in the sky, and then there'll just be a tiny little sliver of it growing bigger again. And that is the perfect time to create intentions. That's when like farmers usually will plant, or gardeners plant their seeds during a new moon phase, because the roots will grow deeper into the soil and get more nutrients and be a more healthy, it'll come to fruition in a more healthy way. And so when we plant our intentions with the moon cycles, so really planting them during that new moon, it helps them to take root, deep root, so that they can start to come to fruition and be something that we can enjoy on this physical earth plane. So full moon. I'm getting another drink. If you have your tea, so your full moon, blue moon tea, go ahead and brew your water right now. And you can even put your tea in as well if you want to let that get brewing, because we're going to do that pretty soon. We will, of course, like do our candle, open our sacred space first and call in the directions. But this is what your tea is going to end up looking like. It's blue because of the butterfly pea flowers within it. So isn't that fun for the blue moon? So go ahead and brew your water now, and then we're going to get ready to open some space here. Rachel, do you have any thoughts or questions about the energy, or you're good? Okay. Aquarius. So while we're doing that, and if any of you are working on grabbing your tea, so you can just listen along, I'm going to go ahead and read to you a little bit about the goddess that we're honoring tonight. This is the Corn Mother Goddess. And I'll just read what I have. This is in your ritual kit if you got it, so you can either read along or just listen. Corn Mother Goddess is celebrated and revered across the American continents as the goddess of the harvest, fertility, motherhood, growth, wisdom, magic, and hunting. She's known by many names, including Selu in the Cherokee tradition, Cochamana in the Hopi tradition, and Chicomacoatl in the Aztec tradition. And forgive me if I pronounced any of those names wrong. I'm sure I was not a perfect pronunciation, but here tonight, we will refer to her as Corn Mother Goddess, just in general. But just know that she covers, most of the South and North American continent. There are some stories or another where she is involved in the traditions of the different tribes. And the significance of that, her stories are many, but a common thread throughout all her tales is that of fertility and rebirth. In her lore, she allows her own body to be sacrificed until it's desecrated and it fertilizes the ground, becoming the means by which her people can harvest her corn and have sustenance. So she stands for fertility. She stands for nurturing. This ties directly into the divinely appointed role that women play as the carriers and givers of human life. They must sacrifice their own bodies for the survival of all humanity, constantly nurturing and sustaining that life with their own body until it's grown enough to survive on its own. This is the greater cycle of life: to give life, to nurture that life, to sustain that life, until that life can in turn nurture and sustain you. That is so with food even, right? Like the garden that you plant. You really, you plant it, you nurture it, you sustain it, you make sure that it grows. And then what happens? It grows and it nurtures and sustains you and your life and your health. The cycle continues on and on. When we're prepared to give of our very being to accomplish whatever we desire to create in our own lives, it will eventually take on a life of its own, giving and gaining momentum until it sustains us in some way or another. Okay, so we're honoring again the energies of the blue moon tonight. So I want you to just be thinking as we go through this of what it is that you feel like what would be a big dream? What's something that you would love to bring into your life that you haven't seen happen? And it can be something that other people might look at as insignificant and small, like, I don't know what would be insignificant or small. I think anything that you want or desire is important. But it could just be like finding a new friend or renewing a friendship. It could be strengthening a bond with a loved one, or finding the love of your life, releasing whatever it is that you need to release in yourself that might be bringing in partnerships that are not healthy. So it could be maybe you want to experience greater health, or maybe you want to run a half marathon, something like that. Maybe just something that might seem like, how would I even do this or start this or begin this? Maybe you want to begin a new career or start a dream career. Okay, how do I do that? How would I even go about that? We're not going to worry about the how tonight. We're just going to worry about the what, and then go ahead and have that in the back of your mind. Let it be just culminating and brewing as we move along through this ritual, because we're going to bring that forward with the tea spell. Okay. I need another drink. I'm like parched tonight for some reason. Moving a lot of energy. And I always, when I work one-on-one with my clients, and for the most part now it's over the phone or even over Zoom, because we're just not doing as many like in-person meetings anymore. But I always tell them you have to have a big, huge drink of water right next to you. And then every few, 10 minutes or so during the session, I go, okay, take another drink. I can tell when they're thirsty. I can tell when I'm thirsty. Because when you're moving energy and doing energy work, your whole, electricity and energy moves through water, right? Water is like a great conductor for energy. So when you become a little bit more dehydrated or you're moving a lot of energy, you can get dehydrated more easily. And then that energy gets stuck and you get a headache. And anyway, so I'm going to be drinking more water than usual tonight, I can tell. Okay, so let's go ahead and set our sacred space. We're going to open up our circle. And that just means that we are declaring that this is a safe space, and this is going to extend out to each of you who's watching this either now or later, whenever you have a chance to be here in this space and to ritual with us. This energy is going to extend out to you. And it's kind of like it's creating a dome or a shield of light, and nothing else can get inside unless we call it in. Okay, so we're only going to be calling in, our ancestors who have the highest intention for us, angels, and of course the directions. And we'll get to that in just a second. So we go ahead and just open up the circle 3 times. And just imagine, if you want, you can close your eyes and just see this big, huge, bright dome of light just encircling all around you. Just kind of engaging and raining around you. And I love using selenite to do that. This is a beautiful selenite wand that one of my beautiful shaman goddess sisters. Her name is Shaman Mimi, I believe, on Instagram, if you want to look her up. She makes these absolutely gorgeous wands. Okay, so next what we're going to do is call in, well, let's light our candle first, and then we'll call in the directions. So we're going to really set this space. First, let me burn a little white sage for us. I did that earlier tonight when Rachel got here, but I think we need some more. Can never have enough of this stuff, right? You said that you've become like a pyromaniac since you started using all this
burning stuff all the time.
It's like I never have burned this much.
Candles.
Yeah. So give you some. So pretty. Some for you, goddess. You're welcome. I'm just clearing out the space. Now, I love sage for this purpose. I feel like sages kind of create an energetic vacuum. It goes in with this big vacuum, like pulling everything out. So now we have this like kind of like vacuum, empty space, right? And we need to put in now our own intention. So in your kit, you have blue sage. And this is also called grandmother sage. And I put this in the kit because of the whole theme of the blue moon. But also because in Native American traditions, white sage, which I adore and love and use a lot, it's called California sage, and it really only grows in Southern California and in parts of Mexico. So it was not widely used throughout all the Native American traditions. It really wasn't. But blue sage is more indigenous to a much broader part of America. So this was used quite a bit more. And I have some that I have already lit. Did you know that, Rachel, about that? So let's go ahead and we'll burn a little bit of that too. I don't know if you all like to, so it comes in bundles like this. And what you can do is light the end. And then once it gets going though, it can really like get away with you. Have you had that happen where it's just like smoking? And you're like, is my alarm going to go off, my smoke alarm? So, and then you have to really douse it in this is what I use to douse my beautiful abalone shell, kind of smudge that in there. But I also like to undo the string, and that way I can just take out leaves at a time. And then it's a more, a little more controlled or contained smoke or fire. Where did it go? Here it is. So let's burn this. This has a bit more of a feminine energy to it, where the white grandfather sage is more masculine. So both very powerful. This blue sage, it's extremely purifying. It's of course antimicrobial, so it's a great air purifier as well as spiritually purifying. There's some for you, and it smells just beautiful. It's a lot lighter, like a little more,
Softer scent.
Slight floral, right? Slight herbaceous floral, very slight floral. Whereas the grandfather sage, the white sage, just comes in like, kicking. It's like everything out. Okay, good. Feeling good?
Wonderful.
Okay, let's do our candle. I love beeswax candles. I think probably the most. I think they're my favorite, and they always have been since I was like a young teenager, and I learned how to make them. I had so many candles in my bedroom growing up. My dad would come in and be like, where are all these candles coming from? Do you ever light them? And mostly I didn't. I just had like probably 20 candles all in my bedroom. I didn't want them to go away though, so I hardly ever lit them. But please light your candles that you get in your kits, because in order to use and utilize them as magic tools, you're going to want to use them, burn them. Okay, so on our candle, we talked about this just slightly, but we have butterfly pea flower, which is the same flower that is in our tea for our tea spell. And that is going to bring in, we'll talk a little bit more during the tea spell, about the properties of it, but it's going to bring in that feminine aspect. We have corn kernels on here, obviously representing Corn Mother Goddess, representing fertility and cycles and renewal. And then, of course, we have pyrite crystals on top. So if you would like, you can keep your pyrite crystals in as your candle is burning, and hopefully you'll find them at the very end, or you can remove them now and use them, put them on your altar, put them in one of your medicine bags or a mojo bag. Because pyrite is great it's like the stone of confidence. It really helps you to walk forward in confidence in whatever it is that you choose to do in your life. So let's go ahead and pull your wick up, prepare it to light. And what you want to do is, I love the beeswax candles because they are really literally made from nature. And so it's going to connect you to the energy of the community, right? Because bees are all about like the hive and working together and working for the greater good of all, which is a very Aquarius energy. So just take a moment and just, touch it for a little bit. Feel your candle and connect to it. Any type of tool that you're going to be using spiritually, you really want to make a connection with it. And later on, when we do the connection with our drum, you're going to be able to truly feel that. But everything, whether it's, your tea bag, before you use it, just connect to it. Whether it's even making dinner, your vegetables or whatever you're cutting, take a second, put your hands on it, just connect for a minute to it. That it makes a really big impact and a real big difference to do that, rather than going into everything mindlessly. Okay, so with your blue moon candle, you can rub a little bit of your anointing oil onto it. And the way I do that, if you have a roller ball, you can either pop the little ball part out of it, or just rub some onto your finger, like I just did, and then go ahead and anoint your candle. And you can anoint it clockwise if you want to, like if you're intending to bring something into your magic or into your work or your life. And if you are releasing something, you would rub it counterclockwise at least 3 times. Okay, so we're just getting really intentional here. And then we're going to go and follow along a bit more with our ritual than we have the last couple of times, because I think it will help those of you who have the kit at home to do this. Okay, so you're going to imagine the energy of your pyrite crystals moving to your solar plexus area. I'll wait till you're done to anointing. You good? Okay, goddess. Okay, so hold on to your candle, connect to it. Look at your pyrite crystals. If you've taken them off, that's okay too. And if you have taken them off, go ahead and hold them to your solar plexus chakra. That's like this area here. And you're going to go into a slow breathing now. Okay, just kind of, yeah, perfect. Just breathe in through your solar plexus. And take 3 really intentional deep breaths in and release. And you're just finding that center point, that still point. And 1 more. Then you're going to allow that pyrite, you're going to allow the energy of fire to be right here in your solar plexus with that pyrite. And you're just going to feel that fire moving through the solar plexus, almost like lava. And let it just go and move through your entire body. Feel it moving down through your abdomen, down to your legs, to your toes. And you're going to feel it moving up from your heart, over your shoulders, hands, fingers, up over your head. This beautiful lava. Imagine that lava now burning up any doubt or misery or self-consciousness. Okay, because that pyrite is the stone. It's the stone of confidence, self-esteem. And so any kind of doubt, you can just let it burn up for now. If you want it later, you can go back and get it later. But for now, we don't need it. You're going to see the golden light radiate through your very being and feel its energy strengthening you and sustaining you. This is the energy of the divine masculine. Okay. So feel that masculine within you, that fire, burning, burning, burning. Confidence, strength to move forward, and knowing. Next, we're going to bring in the energy of the butterfly pea flowers. This is a very feminine energy. They carry the vibration of the divine feminine, the goddess, and they'll assist in transformation of all kinds. Think of the butterfly and how it transforms. Think of just the nature of the feminine body, right? It transforms like throughout a lifetime, even whether you have babies or don't have babies, your whole body like changes through different phases of your life. Okay, what do you want to exude in your life? What is it that you would love to? What's the energy that you would love to exude? Is it confidence? Is it joy? Is it happiness? Is it spirituality? Is it love? What do you want others to see and feel in you from the moment they connect with you? Just get a little bit conscious about that. It could just be to just be more happier or more content. It could be something gentle. Now with your eyes closed still, go ahead and take another really deep breath in, and you're going to breathe that thing that you have decided that you want to embody. Breathe it in. Breathe it into every cell. Let it just travel throughout your entire body. Let's say it's joy. You're going to breathe that joy in deeply, and it's filling your entire body. And then you release it. Anything that opposes that joy. Release, release, release. You don't need it anymore. Do that again. Breathe in that joy. And now have the feeling of joy or confidence, whatever you've chosen. Feel that all the way. And then on the exhale, you're going to release anything that's lingering that's opposing that. That's the opposite of that. Beautiful. And you're ready to light your candle. Whenever I begin working with a new candle, I always set an intention for it. So I have special candles that I have set the intention of that are healing candles that have specific energies in them for different clients that I work with. I have candles that will create harmony in my atmosphere, candles that will help clarity of the mind, like when I'm working. So just take a second, and for everyone it's going to be different, but set an intention for this candle. Maybe this candle helps me to bring in, every time I light it, I remember what it is that I'm wanting to exude, right? What I want to reflect to others. I am joy, or I am confidence. I am fearless. I am love, whatever that is. I am beauty. I am strength. I am resilient. I am healthy, whatever that is for you. So go ahead and just state that. And it helps if you state it 3 times. You can just say, I am. I like to say, I dedicate this candle to finding my joy. I dedicate this candle to finding my confidence and my strength. And then you would say that 3 times. So go ahead and do that. And the intention is that when I light this wick with fire, when I light this wick, that every single time I don't have to restate my intention. It basically is like turning on a light switch. It turns on the on switch to that intention. So when you're done with your intention, and basically programming your candle to do what you have asked it to do, go ahead and light it. Oh, you need yours. And just let it burn. My little pea flower. Smells good. Okay. Set this little lady aside. Okay, we are going to now call in the directions. So we've got our sacred space set, we've got our candle going. We're going to call in the directions, and that's really important because these are going to be, basically they stand as sentinel and guardian and hold space for us during our magic working. We're going to be working some magic. So let me get my... You might hear my child upstairs playing. He's playing VR with his friends. I love it because Rachel always laughs too, because he's like, they're so sweet. They're so confident and just like, they love, I don't know, they're not afraid to use their voices. They both sing and they just like, they're just fun. So, okay, let's go ahead and call in the directions. I'm going to use this one. Oh, no, I love this one. I have so much fun with my tools. I call to the direction of east, element of air. This is the direction of inspiration to begin anew. This is new ideas, spark of inspiration, and the energy of conception and new beginnings. Be here now. I call to the direction of the south, the element of fire, the passion that drives us to create, to dream, to desire, to achieve. This is the energy of creation. Please be here as our protectors and guides. Be here now. I call to the direction of west. This is the element of water and the divine feminine, the universal womb that holds our creations until fruition. This is the energy of healing, of intuition. This is the energy of listening to our inner guidance, trusting. It's the energy of completion. Be here now as our protectors and our guides. I now call to the energy of north. This is the element of earth. This is the energy of our ancestors, the bones that make up the foundation upon which we stand. The steadfastness and resilience that reminds us we are worthy and that our goals are attainable. We are supported and we have all that we need. This is the energy of fruition and manifestation. Please be here as our protectors and guides. Be here now. I call to the direction of spirit, the element of ether, the energy of divinity that resides in the seats of our soul, our higher selves, our subconscious and conscious as one. The resurrection of all the lost and broken parts of ourselves, the energy of all possibility and of our own divinity. Please be here as our protectors and guides. Be here now. And I call to the angels, to the spirit guides and guardians of the highest realms of light, and to the goddess and God. Please bless, heal, nurture, sustain, renew, revitalize, and replenish us as we bask in the energy of this full moon. Assist us in opening up to greater possibilities and potential, and to the lessons our souls would like us to master. Please be here now as our protectors and guides. Be here now. Amen, Ashe, Aso, and so it is. How do you feel?
Wonderful.
You feel wonderful? It feels good. It's like one of my favorite things to do is to set up a sacred space and call in the directions. And oh, beautiful. Okay, so we are ready to begin our tea spell. before that, let's go ahead. If you have your Blue Moon water at home, you can use this one if you want, or you can, oh, you got your own there? Okay, you don't need me anymore. I see how it is. Oh, it's beautiful. And I've got crystals in it as well. There's amethyst and clear quartz crystals. And then go ahead and take your perfume oil and anoint yourself with that. Got your roller. Is your candle okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so roll some on. And then what I love to do, and there's a whole little like anointing thing in there, like affirmation that you can follow. And I would suggest to do that every day. And I always anoint like my throat, my neck chakra. I always anoint my heart chakra, any of the chakras you can get to. Okay, you can do all those. But for my own personal, what I always do is I anoint my third eye for what I see, my heart for what I feel, and then my solar plexus and my sacral for what I know. So what I see, what I feel, and what I know. Just take a second to connect to the energy of the oils. It's pure organic jojoba oil and all essential oils. And just let yourself find that middle ground, right? That sacred space, that center. So often during our day, we're all over the place, right? We're being like just called to one thing after another, even if not physically in our minds, where they're constantly jumping from one thing to another. It's so important to just remember to just get still and find our center. So do that for a second. Just let yourself be centered. And the reason that scent is so powerful is because our olfactory system is it transcends the conscious mind. It really goes into like subconscious. That's why when you smell something that is nostalgic to you, whether it's like, I have a friend who every time she smells peaches, she thinks of her grandmother because her grandmother would always make peach pie. But just things like that, something, a scent can transport and take you somewhere, like literally like a portal. So my intent for you is that every time you smell this scent or whatever you're using tonight, that you will be brought back to this space where you are in your center and you are in your strength and in your healing. Okay, and so now we're ready to do our tea spell. So go ahead and grab your tea. If you have already poured it or put it into your water, that's fine. And Rachel, if you have your tea, I would suggest just go ahead and take your packet so you can connect to the energy of it. And I will read to you a little bit about what's in this. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where did I put it though? It's not there, but I did want to tell you something really funny that because I have a brain of like a 14-year-old boy, it's embarrassing. But the butterfly pea flowers, their real name is their scientific name, right? What is it called? The bio something name. It's called Clitoria ternatea. Do you know why it might be called that? Because they look like a vagina. They really do. Like when they're not all, dried up. And I just get a real kick out of that. Clitoria. That's so pretty.
Can you see it?
You can see it a little?
I can see how it looks.
I mean, maybe, but when you look it up and look up pictures of them when they're growing and they're, beautiful, and they do they look very similar. But I always think that about orchids too. I love orchids. So goddessy. They look like vaginas. Okay. Am I allowed to even say that on this?
So whatever you want.
Well, I mean, because YouTube, they don't. Mm-hmm.
It's an organ. It's a body part.
It's the body part. Okay. Our blue moon tea spell. Let me read this to you. A first harvest, a late summer infusion of butterfly pea flowers for transformation and beauty, glass corn kernels for fertility and wealth, chamomile for health and tranquility, and jasmine white tea leaves for connecting to deeper awareness, magic, and healing. So yeah, hold on to it, connect to it as I read this to you. This tea was blended to bring you back to center. When we sit in stillness in our awareness, we can release worry, anger, anxiety, fear, and dis-ease. Our only power is in the present moment. We cannot change the past nor predict the future, but we can be present in the now moment and gather clarity, strength, and harmony to move forward from here. Sometimes the key to creating something we desire is our ability to have the confidence to just go for it. Okay, so your tea bag is for 3 to 5 servings. So if you pour, like we poured an entire content into this teapot, and it's going to be pretty concentrated. If I should have probably just poured half of it in, but so just know that as you're going in, you can. I would say 3 servings would probably be good. So you can either use the whole thing and then put the leftovers in the fridge and just make an iced tea later, because it will have that energy of your tea spell. To steep it, I'm sure you all know how to steep tea, but you're going to just put it in hot water and let it steep for like at least 5 minutes and let it get that beautiful blue color. Okay. And then after you have anointed with your anointing oil, lit your candle, we're going to do your 3 deep breaths. We're going to exhale through our mouth, relaxing our neck, shoulders, and abdomen with each breath. So go ahead and let's just do that. We're going to just get centered one more time with our spell. And with each breath that you breathe in, just imagine calm just permeating through your body. And then anything that is tense or negative, just let it go on the exhale. Just keep breathing in and releasing on that exhale. Good. And then after that, just let yourself breathe gently. You're going to let your energy come to a peak. Build your energy up to a peak. So once you feel that centered, okay, then you're going to, if you haven't done spells before, what you really want to do is it's all about your intention. So the stronger your energy is, the stronger your intention will be, the more powerful your spell is. So gathering all of your own energy, you're going to bring it into a focus. Imagine it somewhere. I like to think of it in my third eye here, maybe at my heart. Just like bring that energy into a focus. And imagine a circle of white light protecting and surrounding you. Okay, maybe you bring that up through your feet, up from the earth, and you let it go up into your body through your feet, permeating every organ, every cell, your bones, your skin, your blood, your facial features, everywhere. Let that white light be in you, surround you, protecting you. And now you're going to imagine Corn Mother Goddess standing before you. And she's going to look different to each person that's imagining this. But use your imagination, and however she appears to you is the right way. And just imagine her. She's very protective. She is the one who, she represents Mother Earth, basically. Anything you want, anything you need, right? She cares for her creations, her children. but she's here to take care of you. Imagine her standing before you, and her open hands are held out to you. She offers seeds that have the ability to take root wherever they are planted and to grow and become whatever you wish. This is her gift to you. Keep breathing gently. You thank her as you take these seeds into your hands, holding them to your heart. With your eyes closed, imagine what you would like those seeds to become for you. Whatever you wish under this blue moon. Whatever you wish. 3 seeds. Hold that vision for whatever you wish. And as you're doing this, connect to your tea. Because we're going to infuse that wish into the tea. Those are the seeds that she has given to you. Whatever you plant will become whatever it is that you wish for. So just take a moment to bring that wish and try and bring that wish to the forefront of your mind. If you can pinpoint it and focus it right here at your third eye, to the point where it can come out of your head and you're projecting almost like a projector on a screen. Just visualize that for a few moments. See it right in front of you. See it before you. It could be something very simple. It could be something very elaborate. It doesn't matter. Just see it and focus on that and see that. Now we're going to pour our tea, and I'll pour yours here, Rachel. Isn't that pretty?
It's gorgeous.
I love it. It's so pretty. I know. Okay. Pour mine. I'll pour it so you can see too. How pretty that is. This blue tea. Okay. See that? So connect to it, and we're just going to do, there's the actual spell is right here. I love, Jessica says, it's almost the color of my hair. I love that. Okay, so you are going to, this is the spell, and it's in your ritual kit. If you don't have it, just listen along with me. The intention will be there in whatever tea that you are drinking. So we're bringing that focus in here to our tea, into our water, so that every time we take a sip, we are what's the word?
Revitalizing.
Sure, that wasn't the word I was looking for, but that is a good word. Revitalizing, we're reiterating that intention. Okay, so the actual spell words are: Goddess within, Goddess without, encircle this space all about. Surround me as I sip this tea. Bless all my creations and bless me. Let these seeds take root and grow, that I may enjoy the fruits they bestow. And so it is. And we always say it 2 more times, so 3 total. Goddess within, Goddess without, encircle this space all about. Surround me as I sip this tea. Bless all my creations and bless me. Let these seeds take root and grow, that I may enjoy the fruits they bestow, and so it is. Goddess within, Goddess without, encircle this space all about. Surround me as I sip this tea. Bless all my creations and bless me. Let these seeds take root and grow, that I may enjoy the fruits they bestow, and so it is. And then go ahead and sip your tea. It is done.
That is lovely.
It's good, huh? Oh, we added honey, and I think this is in your directions. that if you add a little honey to your tea, very lovely. And if you want to do if you want like a big surprise, like add another element to your spell for I love the idea that it's butterfly pea flowers, and butterflies are all about transformation and shifting and changing. And if you add a little bit of honey to your tea, it will turn into this gorgeous fuchsia color, like this gorgeous pink fuchsia. So if you wanted to take it a step further and do like a big transformation type spell, you could totally do that and add some honey in it. So go ahead and sip your tea and just imagine that as you feel the warmth traveling down into your body, into your tummy, that it is done, right? This is the gift of Corn Mother Goddess. She wants all of her creations to have what they want and what they need. She is Earth. So she's constantly, she's our foundation and our sustenance. Okay. How are you feeling? You look so relaxed. You do. You look so relaxed right now. Okay, and then just one more thing. I know that it's getting a little late and I wanted to let us all go. But for our drum, we won't spend too much time on this. We'll go kind of quickly, but those of you who got this, it's a goatskin drum. I have tied ribbons to it, and each ribbon has a different intention, and I'll go over what those are for you. So that when you are using it or playing it, or even just holding it, connecting it to your heart, to your solar plexus, or wherever, you will be able to reiterate those intentions for yourself. So let's talk about the care of this first. You don't want to, it comes with a mallet. You don't want to bang really hard on it. It's a bit thinner, obviously, than like a cowhide drum or buffalo. So just be very gentle with it. You can rub some olive oil or coconut oil into it to condition it. I would suggest doing that. The sound will get a lot rounder over time. And I even spray just very little, okay, very, very little of my moon water into it, because that helps the sound to go a little rounder as well. And then you're just going to find you'll find where the sweet spots are in it. And I have not conditioned mine yet, but the more that you work with it and condition it, it'll become a little rounder. So let's talk about what the ribbons are first in it. So the first ribbon is, when I tied each one, took forever to do all these, but the first ribbon was it was for healing. So the first one was, may you be well, may you be peaceful, may you be abundant, may you enjoy serendipity in your life, may you be loved, may you be forgiven and forgive, and may you have perfect health. And so those are here in your scrolls, if you want to go over them. So just so you know, when you hold it, that's the intention. Those are the prayers that I have created for you. And what I would do with my drum is hold it, like if you're having tension on your neck, you can, drum out the tension. And you can find a little rhythm. And I know that it's probably going to get all distorted the more I play it, so I'm not going to play it very much, because last time I did my big drum, it made a mess. But you can hold it. My favorite is to hold it over my heart, because you can just really feel it. And then again, like over your solar plexus. But you want to use it as much as you can in ceremony. Use it like up on your altar. It holds the energy of tonight. It holds this energy of the full moon. It holds the energy of the earth and the connection to the animals and the Corn Mother Goddess, who is the goddess of earth. And then, of course, it has all your prayers woven into it. So that's our work for tonight. All we have left to do is to release the directions, the quarters, and then we can let you go. So thank you for being here and holding this space tonight. I'm going to have another sip of my tea. Jessica said it wasn't distorted so far. It has a higher pitch than my low drum. So we're going to go ahead and release. We're going to release spirit. We're going to release our ancestors, our angels, guardians, guides. Goddess God, thank you for being here tonight and being a part of our sacred space. You may go if you wish or stay if you like, and so it is. And going to direction of north, we thank you for being a part of our space tonight and for lending your magic and your healing and your guidance. Thank you for being here. You may go if you wish or stay if you like, and so it is. And we honor the direction of the west and the element of water. Thank you for lending your magic and your guardianship tonight. You may go if you wish or stay if you like, and so it is. We honor the direction of the south and the element of fire. Thank you for your teaching, your passion, your understanding, and for your magic tonight. You may go if you wish or stay if you like, and so it is. We honor and release the direction of east and the element of air. We thank you for your magic and for your enlightenment tonight and clarity. You may go if you wish or stay if you like, and so it is. And now we go ahead and we are going to release the circle, release our sacred circle. And we're just going to let that spiral down, 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 kind of like a corkscrew, deep into the earth, bringing all of our intentions, all the magic, all of the healing and anything that we've asked for, bringing that deep down into the earth and asking for Mother Goddess and the energy of Mother Earth to bless and to sanctify and to fertilize those things that we have wished for, to bring them into fruition and help them to be made manifest in our lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, so it is, so it is. Amen. Ashe, Aho, and so it is. And it is done. It is done. That's it. You did good. Good job, everyone. I will let you all go. Thank you so much for joining me. We will be here again next month, and I don't have the tools in front of me, but I could go get them, but they're all the way over there. Oh, here's one thing. Oh, this is so fun. I have had so much fun making the candles that go in the toolkit. But look at these darling pumpkins. It's like a little witch's garden. It is so cute. And there's like cinnamon sticks and amethyst and clear quartz crystals and amethyst, clear quartz. There's herbs like mugwort, little pumpkins, toadstools. It's so fun. And the scent, did you smell it? Oh, beautiful, huh?
Beautiful.
Oh, it's just fall. It's everything you want fall to be. So because next month, I'm so excited. It's my favorite, aside from Samhain, which is Halloween, is Mabon. So that's the autumn equinox, and that falls right around the time of the full moon. So we're just going to have a really good party. We're going to have a good time making some magic for that. So thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will let you go, and I will see you next month. Bye-bye.